All right, guys. Okay, guys, thank you so much for all joining us for retention and customer care tonight, because this is a really big deal. So I hope you guys came with an open heart and an open mind and ready to take some notes. Okay, so let's see here. I want to give you a quick overview of what we're going to learn tonight. We're going to define retention. We're going to define customer care. We're also going to talk about why this is a pillar of our business and what is so important about this aspect of our business. We're also going to talk about some keys to retention, as well as some strategies and ideas to move forward. Okay, so let's start with retention. And to define retention, it is really just the ability to retain repeat customers and increase the lifetime profitability of each customer. Now, we think about retention in a lot of different areas, right? We think about the repeat buyer who goes to a store just because they're loyal, right? We think about the person that renews their lease at their apartment community. Well, guys, just as important in those aspects, whether it's the gentleman that's spending, let's take the example that we're reading in our book this week about the magic of thinking big. He spent, I think he said like $250 a year on lunches. Well, back then that was a lot of money. Well, what if he never spends another dime in that one store, which he said he never would? And so we really have to be mindful about retention because it definitely affects your bottom line. So when we talk about retention, we can't talk about retention without talking about customer care, because they definitely go hand in hand. So customer care obviously is, how we treat our individual customers. Are we treating them with respect, with kindness? And are we building a trusted connection with them? Because guys, this is really the crux of the matter. This is what it really is all about. Are we loving and serving people well after we recruit them? And I'm just going to go ahead and get this out of the way. And if I step on any toes, I'm really not even going to apologize about it. Because if you are unwilling to provide exceptional customer care on the back end, please do not recruit them in the first place, because that is not stewarding what you've been given well. So if you're going to recruit, I want you to put as much effort in as to retain. So that all goes back to that personal connection. Okay, so why is this so important? Why are we spending so much time talking about this as a team? Why do we talk about this as a pillar in our industry? Well, let me tell you why. Here's 3 simple reasons. 1, retention is going to be critical for success. And guys, I know you are all here for long-term success, else you would not be spending your Monday night on a call about retention and customer care, right? So the other thing I know, because I've been there, is that constantly recruiting, constantly, not retaining will not get you the long-term sustainable results that you're looking for. If you are looking to build a legacy business, retention is going to be critical. And I'm just going to say it again, because I've been there and maybe you've been there too. The recruiting, the constantly recruiting and then constantly going out the back door feels like you're on a hamster wheel. And guys, that's no fun. I don't want to work my business from that place. And I'm sure you don't want to work your business from that place either. We want the legacy business. We want the long-term sustainable results. This is where, the residual income actually happens. Okay. Number 2, our customers deserve it. Our customers are making a purchase, a decision. They're investing in their health, but guys, they're also investing their dollars. Okay. So they deserve just as much care and intention as we put into the recruiting process as to the retaining process. 3, it's a matter of integrity. Simple as that. Your level of customer care is a reflection of how you are loving and serving your customers. So I'm really going to ask you to search your heart on this. Are you literally delivering the same amount of customer service to your clients on the front end as you are on the back end? And if the answer is no, I want you to dig a little deeper and figure out why. Because guys, it's critical. This is a critical component of your business. Okay. So I want you to think of this as a twofold focus when we approach our customer care. We want to think about it short term. We also want to think about it long term. So short term, we're talking here the onboarding process. We are talking about the 30-day retention system. We're talking about holding their hands as they're going through detox, right? Now, I'm not going to go over our 30-day retention system. I'm not going to go over our entire onboarding process, but a few key things I do want to point out is we have some fantastic tools and we should make sure our people are plugged into them. One of those tools being our Y Plexus video. Not video, team page. So with the Y Plexus team page, are all of your people plugged into that resource? Because there's so many testimonies, so many videos. It's just chock full of great information to further educate our people. Also, are you using all the resources that are available to you in our team page? Because we want people going there. We want them to see that as a value add, not only for the products, but to be educated about the opportunity as well. And then, of course, the 30-day retention system that you can find in our team page as well. If you don't have a copy of our revised 30-day retention system, please get with your upline to make sure that you're using that. And then, of course, troubleshoot. Be there to hold their hand when they're going through detox. Be there to give them resources and point them to videos to help them understand that whole process. And also, if you need to make, tweaks, recommendations to their dosages. And again, enlist your upline's help if you need that. Now, long term, most of us have the first 30 days down pat. And then we kind of fall off the wagon, right? So let's talk long term. Beyond those first 30 days, we want to make sure we are still offering continued support. And we also want to make sure we're continue to educate them along the process. And mostly important is that we're adding value to them, that we're adding value. And this goes into much, much more, which we're about to cover. But I want you guys to start thinking right now, what is your long-term plan? Because if you're thinking, I don't have one, well, great news. We're going to help you with that. Okay, so there's a couple of things that we really have to be intentional on when we're talking about customer care and about retention. First of all, offering support. And guys, this is just as simple as ongoing communication, just reaching out to your customers. And I did read a statistic, and please don't quote me on this. It was either 30 or 33% of people that were surveyed said that they wanted more personalized care when it came to customer support. And I thought that was very interesting because, guys, we're all looking for that personal touch. We can tell when a message has been mass duplicated, right? We can also tell when someone took that extra 2 minutes to mention something personally. And yeah, it may take an extra 2 minutes. And there will be times when you send out the mass messages, don't get me wrong, but there's also going to be times that you take that extra 2 minutes to sit down and touch base with them about what you last spoke about so they know that message is for you, right? Okay, so offering support, educating, Because I can guarantee you, no one joins your team without first being educated about our products, right? Not one single person, or at least that hasn't been my experience. Well, the great thing is we are truly a gut health company for the entire family. We offer something for everyone. So we should continually be educating our happy product users. Do all of your product users know we even have a beauty line, that we have a fantastic collagen? Do they know about our kids' products? So again, continuing that education process beyond their initial welcome pack. Are we introducing them to our new products? Are we letting them know everything that's available to them as far as the products go? But guys, also about our opportunity. We have a fantastic opportunity. Are you educating your current product users on our opportunity? Because here's the crux of the matter. If you have happy product users, guess what? They probably have friends. And if you tell them how generous our company is, they're probably going to be willing to share, especially if you're still offering that support and coaching them to their results. Okay. The best form of advertisement is word of mouth. So let's talk about adding value, because this is really, really important. We have to let people know, that we want to add value. Let people know that you value them by adding value to them, right? Solve their problems. As you listen to them, as you watch their Facebook pages, you're going to start to understand, more than likely, how you can add value to them and how you can solve their problems. So be intent. Create a customer list in your Facebook page. You will have to do this from your desktop, but create a customer list so that you can quickly go to their Facebook pages and check in. Still be commenting on them. Let them know, hey, I'm still watching you. Okay. All right. So what is the key to retention? The key to retention goes back to engagement. So it's about maintaining the relationship, right? Keeping those preferred lines of communication open. So if you know that Susie Q really loves to talk on the phone, you may not can call her every week, but you can call her once a month or once a quarter. If you know Susie Q does not want to get on the phone, please just text me, then don't call Susie Q. You see what I'm saying? This goes back to knowing our customer. Also, are you asking for feedback? Because if you're not, I would again ask yourself why. Because you want to know, where are you in the process of enjoying your products? Tell me what you think about this opportunity. If you're not asking questions, if you're not asking feedback, then you're not really supporting your customer in the best way you could be. So the other key thing here is, whether you're sending a text, whether you're getting on the phone, however you're connecting, genuinely be interested about them. Don't always make it about Plexus. Ask them, how are they? How are their personal lives? How are things going professionally? Be interested. Think about how you would feel if the shoe was on the other foot, right? Now, let's talk about what's important. What's important to them? Because remember, it's all about them. We are serving them. It is about our customer all the time. Now, how do we find out what's important to them? By asking great questions. And great questions are usually open-ended questions. Now, you may be great at this. You may be a natural connector. If not, go Google some great open-ended questions. Guys, they even make full books about this, okay? So if you know that this is an area that you need to strengthen, go strengthen your skills. You also have to be an active listener. I'm preaching to the choir here because I like to talk, but we've got to listen. A lot of times if I'm on a welcome call, I'm taking notes, okay? And that goes for me giving a welcome call or being on a welcome call. I'm taking notes. When I'm going through the recruiting process, I'm taking notes. Again, active listening. And then as you ask questions that are really great questions, as you actively listen, guess what? You can usually bridge their connection back to plexus. And whether that be them sharing about a health issue, whether that be sharing about a dream or vision that they have for their community, bringing it back to the opportunity. But guys, be on the lookout for those connection points. And whether it's, in regards to our products or whether it's in regards to our opportunity, just be on the lookout, be intentional. Also, we are here to help them achieve their goals, which means we are responsible for helping them to determine what is the goal. This weekend, just maybe drinking your water, right? Being consistent with the products. It also may be, you want to bring in another $1,000 a month. I understand your family's, needing additional income with inflation. Great. Let me help you get started with that. So helping them to determine goals, whether that's health, finances, etc. We have solutions, and then help them determine what their next steps are, because guys, they're usually not going to know, but you can mentor them in that process. You can hold their hand in that process because you've been there before. Okay. And then ultimately infuse them with belief, whether they're a happy product user or whether they're already on board sharing. It is your job to be their personal cheerleader. Okay. Oh, right. So, how I just said that, engagement was the key. Well, guess what else is the key? We can't get on a call and not talk about mindset, right? Because all those pillars, what do they rest on? Mindset. So I'm going to ask you two different questions. They fall into two different categories. First of all, how are you really feeling about retention? Right here in your heart. How are you really feeling about it? And it's interesting because I love retention. And I realized I love retention because of my background. Because guess what? In property management, if you don't retain just one person, it can cost you up to about $6,000. Think about what it's doing to your paycheck. Bottom line, what is it doing to your paycheck? I would even venture to say, just go back over the past 6 months. Look at your retention rate. What is that doing to your paycheck? And how are you feeling about it? What is that doing to your mindset? So let's talk about when you sit down to do retention. Are you excited? I mean, I can tell you, I'm definitely excited to keep my customers. Are you looking forward to loving and serving your customers well? Are you energized about getting them the results they are looking for? Secondly, when you sit down to do your retention, and this is a big one, guys, are you organized? Now, I have a whole nother training video on that, but what do you know what your customer care looks like each day? Do you know who you're serving? Do you know who you're loving on? Because if not, you're probably sitting down and just skipping over it. Okay. So do you feel confident about the system you have in place? And guys, if you don't, change it. Just because something works for me doesn't mean it works for you. Just because something works for Michelle doesn't mean it works for me, right? So everybody has to find their own way. We do have some fantastic systems. Michelle has done an entire training on systems. I would encourage you to check that out as well, because I will tell you, as you get systems in place, this is definitely going to be a more enjoyable aspect of your business. Okay. So let's talk about if you don't necessarily have a system in place. Let's talk about some of the ways that you can amp up some of your customer care. First of all, you should definitely be telling every single person about Pivotal. Not only do they get some fantastic perks points, but you're adding value to them. You're offering them a nutrition plan, a workout plan. Plus, they are staying engaged with our brand, with our company. And that is vitally important. Number 2, are you active in our customer care pages? Are you utilizing all of these fantastic testimonies, the product information, the opportunity information? Are you tagging them in posts, and even beyond that, sending them the post? Because oftentimes people miss tags, right? And last but not least, are you just adding that personal connection? Are you sending them a note or a card or maybe a small gift? And this could be anything from like a thank you note when they onboard, cards for special occasions, whether it be birthdays or Christmas, and maybe even, a product sample. If they haven't checked out Active, send them a stick of Active. They haven't checked out our collagen, send them a stick of collagen, whatever that looks like, to just add a more personal touch. Okay, here's a fun fact for you guys. When a VIP customer orders 3 months consecutively, they're going to be 5 times more likely to still be ordering a year from now. What do you think about that? I mean, I love that. That is going to encourage me to encourage everyone to be uber committed for the first 3 months of customer care, right? So I want you to be forward thinking. What am I doing? Even if you can't think a year from now, be thinking, what can I do within the first 90 days to up my customer care? Okay. Let's talk strategy. So we have been introduced to boards. Is this not a beautiful thing? If you're not using boards, get with your direct upline and get them to help you get that set up and get going, friend. Also, we have Project Broadcast. There is a small fee for Project Broadcast, but let me tell you, it is well worth it. It is well worth it to be able to have a broadcasting system to reach out to all of your team at one time. Also, another free source, Google Calendar. Are you using an electronic calendar system? Or maybe you're a paper kind of gal, whatever works for you. But I want you to be thinking about day 1 through month 3, especially, but even more long-term. We're talking 12 months here, a year. We want to make sure we're still delivering that customer service. So here are some ideas for you. I'm not going to keep you too much longer, but I do want to get your creative wheels spinning, because this does take intentionality and it does take time. So you may feel like you're slowing down to speed up to deliver this customer care, but guys, it's going to be worth it. It is going to be worth it. So are you doing a product check-in? Are you checking in? Are you asking them, how are things going with your products? It's just that simple. Another great idea is to have a progress report and just make them think this is part of the process. Hey, we're going to have a monthly progress report. So I want you to be taking note of everything that's happening over the next 30 days so that we can talk about it. And I want you to be thinking small wins, because, people really love the big wins, but we want them thinking micro wins along the way. Also, are you inviting them to our team events? Guys, we have the best community around, hands down. So plug them in. Are you sharing testimonies about, oh, you have migraines? Yes, I have a friend that has migraines, and she actually posted about it in our team page. I'm going to tag you in that, and I'm going to send you that testimony. Are you reaching out with the product of the month? Are you sharing with them that it seems like Plexus is so generous that they always have a promotion, discounts going on. Are you sharing that information with them regularly? And what about the incentives for the referral link? I mean, who doesn't want an iPad? I mean, are you letting your people know, hey, I just wanted to let you know what was available to you this month when you use your referral link? Just that simple. And of course, shareable wins. Are you asking them what what is their health win for the month? And hey, I love that you are no longer experiencing the afternoon slump. Can I share that? Share it for them, friends. Share it for them. They may not have, the courage, the know-how, all the feelings that come with posting, but what if you posted for them? What if you got their permission? And here's the thing, all of these ideas, super simple. This does not have to be complicated. So if you're telling yourself this has to be complicated, that goes back to mindset. Why are you asking, or why are you telling yourself that? Super simple, guys, keep it simple. Okay. And in closing here, I just want to leave you with this. This is truly a matter of responsibility, and it reflects our heart. And I want it to reflect the heart of our team. Okay. You want to ensure your customer is having the very best experience. And that's up to you, friend. That is what you have promised them up front. That's what you have shown them through all your posts. That is what we're going to be doing, right? Is carrying them through this process. And it's critical to your success and to their success. So friends, take this responsibility, steward it well, and go retain all the people so that you'll have a legacy business and really reap the benefits of residual income. Anyways, I hope this has been helpful for everyone. Thank you all for your time, and go love on all your people.
Leah?
I don't know how to stop the recording.
Oh, click on stop recording at the bottom. Is there a record, or click the recording?
Got it.